February. The 30-day trial of 2026 is now over, and it is time to decide what to bring into the rest of the year and what to leave behind in January. So today I'm going to talk about my 30-day trial of 2026 and what I learned from it. To start, I'll just quickly do an overview of my resolutions and talk about what did go well and what I will be continuing to do in 2026. I've been meditating twice a day, that's going well. I've been doing my strength routine, I've been reading, I've been posting on YouTube, I'm starting to learn wedding makeup. In general, I am pleased with how my goals are going. I think that they were reasonable goals and they're going well, but there was one thing that I identified that I would like to change a little bit going into the rest of 2026, and that had to do with my phone limit goal. So specifically, my phone goal was to set phone limits and to not ignore them. And I have been doing that. So I have a 15-minute limit on Instagram, 15 on Pinterest, basically any social media. Then for YouTube, I don't have a specific limit, but I don't want to be scrolling on the shorts page. I don't really have a limit on long form. But yeah, that was my goal that I set in late December, and I have been doing that, but I realized that I'm not really feeling the benefit from it. I don't feel like I'm even using my phone any less. I feel like my screen time is a little bit higher than I would have liked it to be still, even though I'm adhering to those limits. So I thought about how to modify that goal a bit, and what I've come up with is this idea of meaningful pickups. I'm holding a pencil for no reason. Meaningful pickups. So what this is if I want to pick up my phone, I do it with an intention. Like, I have something to look up on the internet, I have something that I need to tell someone, whatever it is, but I have that intention, I do that, and then that's all I do. Like, I don't then do something else. I use my phone for what I intended to, and then I place it, you know, out of reach again while I'm doing other things. So that is going to be how I am reframing this goal, and that can still include social media use, but it just has to be with more intention. Like, I'm not just gonna pick it up throughout the workday when I need a break and scroll through Instagram for my break. You know, that's not really even a break for your brain. So when I'm using social media, I have an intention to do so, and it's at the end of the day, like not during the work day, an intentional like 15-30 minutes at the end of the day. I think that's way better than spacing my limit out throughout the day. So like, as an example, say for social media I have a total limit of 30 minutes. I think that it's way better for you to just do that 30-minute social media session at the end of the day rather than spreading it out throughout the day. So if I'm working from home and anytime I need a couple minute break, I pick up Instagram and scroll through Instagram for 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, like, that's a lot of disruption to my day. Like, that is way more disruptive, and it's a lot less of a rest for your brain than just like doing it in one session at the end of the day. I think it's also important to choose things to replace your phone time with if you're trying to break a phone habit. So I'm still working on this, but this past week, and don't make fun of me, but I've just been fidgeting with my Rubik's Cube as one of the things that I do instead of picking up my phone. And yeah, this is way less stimulating, way more relaxing than seeing like 60 different images on Instagram or videos, you know, in the span of a minute or two. Other ideas that are a little less nerdy perhaps would be doing some stretches or quick exercises, walking a lap, doodling, or even staring at a wall. I think staring at a wall is a great thing. I think we all need to stare at walls more. And yeah, so I think it's important to have a replacement for your phone time, or you're just going to be tempted to look at your phone again. The other thing is I keep reminding myself that excess phone use is like the same thing as junk food. You know, I avoid junk food 90 to 95% of the time. So if I'm so careful about that, like, why am I feeding my brain so much junk food and I don't think anything of it? So I've been trying to keep that in mind. Like, even though it doesn't feel as directly bad for you, it is in excess, and especially not even in excess, but just like the constant quick stimulations throughout the day, like those, you know, those dopamine hits. Yeah, that's just no good for you, and it's not relaxing, and it doesn't help your brain recover when you need a break from something. What I would do before I started this Meaningful Pickups is during work, you know, I'd just be constantly going back and forth between doing a work thing, then I finish that thing, I look at my phone, do another work thing, look at my phone, back and forth. You know, that is constant stimulation throughout the day, and whether it feels relaxing or not, like, it's not relaxing for you. And so this week, like I said, I fidgeted with my Rubik's Cube or did some of the other things that I mentioned, and work was so much more enjoyable. And I already enjoy my job, but it is hard to, like, if you start your day looking through social media and then try to go do something on a spreadsheet, like, you don't want to do the thing on the spreadsheet. You want to keep being stimulated by social media. Or if you're throwing that, like, as little breaks throughout the day, you know, each time, like, you have to get over this barrier to go back to your work. Like, it's harder and harder each time. Whereas if you save your phone time, for the most part, for the end of the day, then you will actually enjoy what you're doing at work a lot more. And that happened to me this week. Like, suddenly my spreadsheets were way more exciting if I didn't start the day with social media or something like that. So that's gonna be it for this video, but I would definitely like to hear what your takeaways were from your 30-day trial of 2026, what you will be taking into the rest of the year, and what you'll be leaving behind in January. So definitely let me know, and thank you for watching.